Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Money Mondays. My name is Paul Johnson. I am the Director of Economic and Community Development here at GPCOG, and I am joined by.
Belinda Ray, the Director of Strategic Initiatives here at GPCOG.
So it's time to get strategic and developing.
Yes.
Today, my topic is we know there's lots of new housing laws, 1829, 2179, and some other ones. The good news is this late summer and early fall, the Maine Office of Community Affairs, which kind of houses all the housing work, is rolling out some technical assistance sessions. So there are technical assistant informational sessions for the four big ones, so to speak, with the ADUs and the reduction of lot size and the growth areas and all of that good stuff. They're hitting the road and they're going on the road. And the good news is, Belinda, GPCOG is hosting one. Yay! So right now, Thursday, August 27th, from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. up here at GPCOG. The main office of community affairs will be joining us. So this is not a GPCOG event, so to speak, but we are hosting it and we are helping fill it. So we are asking you, the state has asked us to ask you to get you in the room. That can be town staff, that can be elected officials, that can be anybody in the decision-making process or the interpretation, code enforcement officers, planners.
Is that me or is that Paul?
Anybody you can think of, town manager. What's that?
I don't know if I'm freezing or you're freezing. And I don't know how I can tell.
Shoot.
I I think it's Paul. Oh wait, I've got someone telling me who it is. Oh, you Paul's saying he thinks it's me. Him. All
Can
right.
you?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I went off camera. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I had so much enthusiasm, and then I lost it.
Oh, we got confirmation. It is you,
Yeah.
Paul, that's freezing, not me. I'm just sitting
Oh,
here saying, is it me? Okay. So go ahead.
but you can hear me now.
Yes.
Okay. So this is not a GPCOG run event. We're just hosting it. But we have been asked to get everybody in the room. So we are responsible for inviting you all and the appropriate people to be in the room. So town staff, code enforcement, town managers, economic development directors, planners, planning board members, elected officials, town councilors, anybody that is going to be making ordinances, making decisions, or help interpreting or enforcing those are invited. Please look for our newsletter if you're not on it already, because we'll be having a registration page here because I believe we have to max out at like 45 people in our big conference room. Um, and lastly, I did put a quick link down below. There is a housing guide. They have an official published quote guide that helps with these four laws that I had just referenced. So it's directly on the MoCA website. There's a link for you if you want to check out the actual guide that they have on paper with some graphics for you. And with that, I will hand it over to Belinda.
Thank you, Paul. So are you, when you said get in our newsletter, is
Yep.
there where do people just contact you to do that?
Yeah, I guess
Okay.
I mean I'm thinking Tom Bell, but if you want to, if you
Oh, our GPCOG
Yeah,
newsletter.
yeah,
Yes.
sorry, the GPCOG newsletter. If you don't get GPCOG's newsletter and you want on the newsletter,
Yep.
just email Belinda or I, and we'll make sure
Yep.
it's taken care of. Yep.
Okay,
Um,
cool.
but I assure you, I will do this on the another Money Mondays as well. I'll be probably talking about this every week with my other topic as well, just to get the word out. So.
Great. Okay, thanks, Paul. I am talking today about the Land for Communities grant. This is kind of a pretty big one at Maine Community Foundation because what they did is take two old ones and combine them. And this is intended to help people get connected with the land meaningfully in their communities. So, three main goals: increase access to land and interaction with the land, reach underserved communities, and those could be geographies that don't have conserved land or they don't have, community garden or traditional conservation just due to some kind of inequity or inability to do so. The definition here of underserved is intentionally broad because they understand it looks different across different parts of the state. So eligibility here is municipalities, public schools, tribal governments, 501c3s, and public agencies working for the state of Maine. If you do not fit into one of these categories, you can apply with a fiscal sponsor. They have specific information about how fiscal sponsorships need to work for this grant, so you'll want to check that out if you're considering that option. The projects, the kinds of things you can do with this money, well, it has to be located in Maine. Like I said, it has to expand access for some kind of underserved geography or population. They want to make sure that whoever you're planning to serve is engaged in this project so that if you make a community garden, you're likely to have some community in the garden. They want people involved from the start. And it needs to have a focus on land for community use, specifically one of these. It's either acquiring land to return it to Wabanaki nations, or it is land for food. And that could be a community garden. It could be preserving some kind of hunting ground, making fishing more accessible for people, wild harvesting, working farms, community ag, working waterfront, any of that. This is an interesting map to help you understand perhaps the geographically underserved. It's just community gardens, so it certainly doesn't cover everything, but it gives you a good look at what is out there in the state. And if you zoom into our region, you can see there are a lot of community gardens in Portland, Westbrook, Cape, they have a few, but there's a lot of area here that I would say doesn't have access necessarily, maybe to food. Maybe there's community ag in these places or something else, but it's a good way to see kind of what is out there and if there's already a garden in your region. And you're not restricted to gardens here. It's just, it's one that comes to top of mind for me because I really love them. So the award size here is $50,000 if you're looking to acquire land, and $25,000 if it's another land-based project. So in that situation, you probably already have the land that you're planning to use here, but you need to do something with it. So it could be bringing people together to figure out the plan and put it into place. It could be technical support, staff time, any of these kinds of things. So again, the funding is up to $25,000 if it's a project on land with land. It's up to $50,000 if you're looking to acquire the land. Those special requirements there, you got to be in Maine, you got to expand for underserved, and it's got to be land for community use. And administrative overhead, you can use up to 20% of your funding for overhead. The probability here is pretty good. The last round had 27 applications and 11 were awarded. Additionally, that's just from the Maine grant. Additionally, with Maine Community Foundation, donors often get a chance to look at applications for grants, and sometimes they decide to fund them independently. So for this one, 11 were awarded through the grant process, the funds that were set aside for this grant, and then an additional 8 grants were awarded, funded by donors. So the overall funding rate, when you count both funding pots, brings it to 70% of those applications were funded. And it's a nice application process. They like to make it accessible. So once you're signed into this application portal, it walks you through everything you have to do, and it's not terribly cumbersome. The deadline for this one is September 15th. One application per applicant per deadline. It is a twice a year. So if you miss this one, the next deadline, I think it opens again in January. So the next deadline is March 15th. So yeah, this is a good one that's around. If you are looking to pursue this, the best thing to do to start is to reach out to the grant administrator for this opportunity and see if you're a good fit. Save you a lot of time if you find out right from the start, if you even have a chance here, if it's a good shot to apply. So I got the webpage linked, previous awardees, always good to look at those. It's an online application, but you can get a Microsoft Word version of that, so you can kind of fill it all out and then just go copy paste into the portal. And the community garden map is linked, as well as how to create an account to submit in the portal for this opportunity. So that is that opportunity for today. And we're back to the gallery. You want to try to turn, yeah, get your face up there, Paul.
Yeah,
Is it? I'm sure it'll work. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Even if you freeze, at least we can see you
Yeah.
now.
Well, now I have meetings starting at 9:15, so I'm freaking out if that have to go reset my router. How
Oh,
am I
all
looking
right.
okay now? Am I doing okay?
You are. You
Okay.
are. It was
Yeah.
freezing now and again, but I think it's fine. Yeah.
Well, thank you everybody, and we will. It was an adventurous Mondays today. It was
Yeah, it
good.
was.
So
Yep.
yeah.
Yep. We like those.
Please spread the word about the training. I think it'll be hugely valuable for lots of people. And like I said, I'll have some sort of registration link or a Teams invite for people that are interested. Um, but until then, if it is money, then it is Mondays.
And if it is Monday, it is money. Have a good week, everybody. We'll see you
Bye,
next time.
everybody.
Bye.